Recently, I shared my story about how all of my personal information was compromised in a major security event by my loan servicer, Nation Star Mortgage. And I have that video linked in the end screen if you want to watch that. A hacker stole my files that contain my name, address, date of birth, social security number, phone number, and email address, in addition to millions of other Americans. In the previous video, we touched the top 5 proactive steps that I took and encourage every one of you to do the same to protect your identity and prevent fraud. But here is the sad reality. The inevitable is going to happen to you just like it did to me, or it already has. And so we also need to learn how to play defense. In today's video, I've included 4 defensive tactics as well on what to do for when a breach does happen. We live in the digital age, and none of us can assume that someone else or some other corporation is going to have as much of an interest in protecting our confidential information as us. These are the top 4 steps you can take to fight back and protect your future. In the comments below, please share if you've ever been a victim of fraud. Were you able to get reimbursed for any financial losses? Did you get your identity stolen? How was it resolved? Please share with the rest of us. Here is why this matters, and remember, the issue is this serious. In 2022, there were over 422 million victims alone for corporate data breaches that resulted from over 1,800 security compromises, and this is just in the United States. Hacking, stealing mail, and requesting information via email or social media or text messages are the top 3 methods of identity theft, and why it is so important to learn how to protect yourself, especially in these areas. If you are a victim of a security event or fraud, here is how you need to respond. Defense tactic number 1, how to report identity theft and fraud. If you're a victim of identity theft, it is going to be important to take these steps. Number 1, place an initial fraud alert on credit. You will want to place an initial fraud alert with all 3 credit bureaus. This initial fraud alert will last for 1 year, and credit will not be able to be extended unless the lender specifically contacts you via the contact information in the fraud alert. Number 2, you can also place an extended fraud alert which lasts for 7 years if you can document through a police report that you were a documented victim of fraud. And if you are, then make sure you do this. You will start both the initial fraud alert and the extended fraud alert online at the website for all 3 bureaus. Check the video description for the links on each. Number 3, if you think you've been a victim of fraud or you know you have been, then you will want to contact the Federal Trade Commission at IdentityTheft.Gov or by calling 877-FTC-HELP. This is important because the FTC will help you complete the identity theft report, establish a recovery plan, and help you start taking steps towards restoring your credit and good name. Defense tactic number 2, paid subscription monitoring. If your data is ever breached or in the hands of a major company, they should provide complimentary subscription-based credit monitoring, which is going to be more powerful than some of the other cost-free options. For example, when a security breach happened over at Nation Star last November, I was given the option to enroll in the subscription-based credit monitoring at no charge or no cost to me, which I accepted. I still use a more basic version through my bank as well, but this enhanced version allows for more security and is paid for by the company that failed to protect my data. So if you have this offer, please accept it. If you're getting any value from this video, please share, like, and subscribe. Remember, this stuff isn't taught in school, and it's up to us to learn, to share, to grow, and to build together. Your voice matters. Please join this community. Defense tactic number 3, review, report, and revise. First, you will want to review transactions. This is simple, but you really need to be aware what is being charged to your credit card or coming out of your bank every month, especially if there's been a security event. And this usually only takes a couple of minutes. Each month before I make my credit card payment, I just go through all my transactions really briefly online, not from a public Wi-Fi hotspot, and just confirm that everything looks and is accurate. I do the same with my bank records as well. Sometimes fraud can come in the form of small recurring charges each month at an amount that doesn't cause alarm. A lot of us have so many subscriptions too, so it's also a good time to reevaluate that you are paying for something that you don't really need. Report. If you have been a victim of fraud or have any fraudulent charges, you will want to report that to your financial institution immediately. Most credit cards have zero liability, so you won't be responsible for any unauthorized charges, but you still need to identify and report the charges in a timely manner. And if you have any concerns whatsoever that there had been a cross-collateralization security event where multiple accounts have been put at risk or breached, you may need to inform all your financial institutions, banks, and credit card companies. Whenever there is a breach, you need to revise all of your banking credentials. I'm talking about credit card numbers, debit card numbers, and banking account numbers. If there has been a breach, you need to get all banking and credit information updated. Defense tactic number 4, start shredding your mail before you dispose of it. No, seriously. Look, you might think this isn't important, but it actually really is. Remember, the number 2 form of identity theft comes from stealing mail. Shredding all financials, as well as any financing offers like credit card offers, insurance offers, and other stuff is important. And remember, I shared this in the last video, but it is critically important to opt out of pre-screened offers. It's a completely free service. It takes a minute or 2 to complete, and it will stop solicitors from sending credit card offers, insurance offers, and other financial service offers in the mail. You know, the types that hackers love to steal. I got a shredder about 12 years ago, and I still use it to this day. Plus, it's still kind of fun getting eaten by the shredder. And my kids love it too. But more importantly, I know it's helping protect my identity and other financial information. Now watch the next video on the 5 proactive steps you can take to safeguard your information. Benjamin Adams, American Money 101, out.